Greetings, friends. Mr. Koga here with the dip art. Woo! Okay, so I made two versions of sky color. First version is warm colors. Second version is cool colors. I think I'm gonna go with my warm color version today. All right, so we're gonna have our watercolor paper and also a black piece of paper. This is gonna be what creates our dip. We're going to be using this to make the dip shape, and it's going to be what we call negative and positive space. So the positive space is where we have lots of light and openness. The negative space will be the dark spots that looks almost empty, or like it's like the absence of art. So you're going to need a scissors, a Crayola white pencil, and then two Sharpies, a thin and a thick Sharpie. Okay, so first of all, we're going to draw the dip. So look at the poster that's on the board, and you're going to notice that it starts out not really halfway, a little bit above halfway, and we make a little, little landing spot for our little stick guy to stand. We fall into the dip, we go down, and then we come back up, and we always end higher than where we started. Okay, not too high because you still want to be able to draw your guy up here. So now, after drawing the dip very simply, it doesn't have to be perfect, we're going to cut it out. Alright. Cutting out my dip, and even here I'm like, I went a little too low. I'm not going to cut that low because you'll see. Actually, I think I can just erase that. Okay. Okay, I'll get an eraser and I'll erase that little part later. All right, so, I forgot we also need a glue stick. So make sure you have a glue stick with you. So next step, glue it down. So I'm gonna flip this over, apply my glue. And if you don't put glue everywhere, it's not gonna stick. So make sure there's glue everywhere under here. Right here. Anywhere that you want to stay down and you don't want it to be flopping around in the wind, then glue it with a good amount of glue. And then the glue stick gets like this, it gets all like chunky and starts almost falling apart almost. So what I do is I put the glue stick like this and I just roll that chunky stuff off and spread it around like butter. Okay, got my dip. Now I'm gonna flip it over and carefully line it up with my paper. So I like to start with the corner, line up the bottoms, and you can always move it a little bit once you get it set because the glue stick doesn't dry instantly. Woo! Look at that! We made the dip. Okay, next step after that, we're gonna write the dip up here. So you can just do it very simply. Just do it as neatly as you can. Nice straight lines. The dip. And if you want, you could even do a little squiggle squaggle. The dip. Okay, that was the thick Sharpie. You want the thick Sharpie there because that's the title. You want it to draw the eye in. If the title is the same thickness as your stick people, it's all going to look the same. There's not going to be a lot of attention like, hey, check this out. This brings attention, the thick lines. Okay, now we're going to draw 5 stick people. The first guy, he's standing up here. I got this. I know how to do everything. I've done so much. Bring it on. He's like standing on hands on his hips like, huh. He or she starts the activity, and this is how I draw this one. I start with the head, draw the body going down, and then kind of like they're just standing in the air. But then you draw the hands going out like this, and then the other hand is behind the head like that. To make it really show movement, put some little lines like this. Oh, I'm falling. Okay, then, we are frustrated at the bottom of the dip. I start with the head, I draw the body, and then the legs, I am on my knees like I need to go home and give up. Arms are out to the sides like, why? Why is it so difficult? But then I start strategizing. I start trying different solutions. I don't give up. So I draw my head. The body goes straight down like this. My leg is climbing here. My other leg is holding myself up. I'm grabbing down here and reaching up high, climbing out of the dip until I'm at the top of the dip. I've learned something new and I'm so successful that I feel like a superhero. Wow. So that's all you have to do for the dip, and at the very end, sign it. Write your name with the white pencil. Okay, and then you're done. So that took me about 5 minutes. This could take you about maybe 10 minutes. So good luck.